Oh, yeah. That rod's down. But I don't think he's that big. Might not be too bad of a fish. Hey, that ain't too bad of a fish right there. That ain't too bad of a fish. It's a pretty fat cat for a Fort Loudoun fish. All right, y'all, that's not that bad of a fish for Fort Loudoun. It's around the 30-pound range. Not that bad of a fish. You don't see many of these around here, that's for sure. It is getting fall of the year. There he goes. Here I am in another attempt on Fort Loudoun. And the best thing I got going for me is the fact that we're getting into fall. Dragging a few baits. Not sure what I'm going to do tonight, if I want to keep dragging, if I want to anchor a hole. That wasn't too bad of a fish, dragging the deeper section of this creek, so we pulled him out of about 23 foot of water. I'll just keep experimenting around. And it is a big moon. We're coming off a full moon. It's still pretty big. That'll be up tonight, but we'll give old Fort Loudoun another shot. See what we can come up with. Before it gets dark, I'm gonna make me a sandwich. Some hard salami, some Munster cheese on Italian bread. There is a catfish tournament tonight, which kind of keeps me from wanting to go out on that main river, because they're all going to be out there and I've got that bright old light. Any place I try to go, there's somebody already going to be sitting there, so I tried these creeks first. I'm a believer in these creeks when it gets fall. And also spring. All right, y'all. We caught one decent fish coming out of that creek, so I'm gonna keep dragging it, see what happens. We came out, now we're going back in. And again, I believe in these creeks this time of year. Skipjack start coming in here. The crappie will start stacking up in here. A lot of reasons for them bigger catfish to come up in here. Typically, you get Fort Loudoun fish deep, but here again, it's that golden time of year when they could come on in here. Let's see what time that moon's coming up. Moonrise in Knoxville. 90%, it's a big moon. 8:42 is when it rises. It's just about dark. Little after 7. One thing I am doing tonight is experimenting with a faster dragging speed. That last fish I caught was running 0.7. I might even bump it up higher before the night's over with. I had some guys from Ohio tell me that are a lot more boat experienced than I am, that dragging faster speeds can deter the smaller fish and actually entice the bigger fish at times. So also I do have a couple of those rattle type floats on 2 of those rods. The faster you go, the more vibration you'll get and get that little rattle effect. How much that works, I don't know. Some guys swear by it. Tonight I'm giving it a go. I've caught plenty on just a float, or even with no float. Getting hit on that right rod. He's down. He's down. That's on one of those rattle rigs. Yeah, not a big fish by any means. Second fish though, that was on one of those rattle floats. And again, we are running 0.7 miles per hour instead of my usual 0.5. I just took one of those big floating spook lures that's got the rattle in it, and I took the hooks off it. I know the skipjack are running all the way to the end of this thing up into 6-8 foot of water. Most of your crappie are staged up out here in the 20-something foot range right now. So there's a lot of ways we can fish this, but dragging this canal here again, we're in a bottle point, you know, so anything coming and going out of here, they're getting bottled down right to where we're at. Once you get in that creek, it's wide. Once you get out there, it's wide. Yeah, this is working so far, and like I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I see a catfish boat right dead across from me, them blue lights over there. Oh, there's another one. Not too bad of a fish in between the other two. That was on a rattle rig, pulled fairly quick. That's 3 total. There we go. Oh, shoot. Not a bad fish. too bad of a fish. Not a bad fish for Fort Loudoun. No, not too bad of a fish. They coming in here this time of year. Three of the 4 fish have came on center sections. The biggest fish came on ahead. But now 2 of those fish on center sections weren't bad, so I'm gonna keep a center section on this right rod. Heads on the other 2. I figure now that it's nightfall, I will venture a little shallower in. The 0.7 miles per hour with those rattle rigs is putting me on some fish. We are just past a cold front on the back side of it. We are hung. Let's see where we're at on my Navionics so I know not to go by this spot again. All right, y'all. I had just reversed directions, got 3 rods out, put that center rod with a great big hunk of this big white bass I'd caught, and I see 2 of the rods go down and they were hung. So I backed the boat up. I get one loose. Well, I had a limb. In other words, I hooked somebody's crappie tree out here. Now a tree like that don't get here because this isn't the current part of the river, okay? This is a back creek channel here. There ain't no current right here. So somebody put that there so they can crappie fish over it, and I hung it. I did lose another B-cat weight right there, and it's not the weight that hung, it's the hooks that grabbed a hold of the tree. If your hook grabs something, you can hang it up. That's why you run the float, keep it up. If someone puts a big tree full of these little twigs sticking out of it, you know, a log, those weights will go over just fine. But if someone sticks a real bushy thing with a bunch of twigs hanging everywhere, well, you got a bunch of stuff for your hook to catch on. So that's what happened. I'm down to 2 rods until I go through the trouble of tying another one. I went ahead and marked where that spot was. So when I drag through here again, I know where that stinking tree is. Thank you, Mr. Crappie Fisherman. I hope my catfish come in here and eat your crappie. These crappie fishermen are notorious in these back creeks for dumping stuff in the water. They think only they know about it and they can fish over it and it's going to attract these crappie. Problem is, everybody's got all these modern electronics, they're going to find it anyway. Or they're going to see you sitting on it and say, huh, what's he sitting on over there reeling in them crappie? And as soon as you leave, they're going to be right over there. I mean, you in this wide open cove, everybody can sit there and watch you do it. Boat ramp's right over there. Houses all over the place right here. They're going to see you put it there. They're going to see you fish it. As soon as you leave, they're going to fish it. They throw Christmas trees out here and everything else. Makes it tough on the catfishermen. Yep, that big old moon's up now. Wannian gibbous, Maxium gladius, crescent waxing, blah, 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 whatever they call all that full moon mumbo jumbo. All I know is it slows down the bite. It is officially in the sky. The bite is starting to slow. There's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. fish number 5. One of the smaller ones of the night. Yeah. Woo! All right, y'all, that moon's real visible and the bite has definitely slowed. Either way, this is one of the better days I've seen out here anyway, at least in this part of it. I've drug Poling Creek, 4 or 5 times now, and it's usually just small fish. Of course, a lot of that had to do with the time of year I was here. Right now is the time to do this. Closer we get towards the end of October, the better this should get in all these creek systems, really, as long as there's enough fish in the reservoir to be dispersed in them. Then after that, the waters will drop for winter pool. The fish will run back deep for a little bit. Once everything settles, a lot of those fish will move back up in here throughout the later fall and winter. December seems to be a really good backwater bite. Either way, we caught 5 tonight. Experiment with the new speed, 0.7 miles per hour, and using them floats with the rattle in them. One thing I have noticed dragging is the baits that are out from the boat seem to get the most bites. The ones directly under the boat seem to get the least. Whether the boat is spooking them, I don't know. I'm just telling you how I've seen it go. Yeah, I do get bites behind the boat, and I have caught some good ones. But as you can see, even the one without a planer board is leaning slightly out from the edge of the boat. That might be a fish right there. That is a fish. We'll make that 6 tonight. One on a headpiece. All the others came on the center section, which is why I kept throwing the center sections on this one rod. I seem to be getting the most bite on center sections the last couple weeks. Here again, like I said before, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I'm getting most of my fish on center sections, I'm not going to run heads on all 3 rods. Maybe we'll call this, if it ain't broke, don't fix it catfishing. That's 6 for the day. Wasn't out here too long. Total of about 2.5 hours. This is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. It's Catfish Day with another one. Signing out. Hey, shut up, bird. Oh, shoot. There goes one on the planer board. Make that 7.